I can't hear you.
Either.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not on.
No. What did I do? Oh, I pushed up 12 instead of 11.
Am I on now?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Now I can hear me.
You need more level.
Do you think this fan is being picked up by the...
Is that good?
Yep. I'm a little hummy in my left ear, but that's okay.
Are you?
Hummy.
Chummy. I feel chummy.
I feel like a mummy. I feel kind of crummy in my bummy. No, my bummy's fine, actually.
Yeah. Just.
I do feel like a dummy. Come on! You're
sorry.
not giving me anything here.
Oh, gosh. I've been
You're going to pull that off the table. I saw you almost do
don't
it.
Touch it. Don't touch it.
Yeah, but you almost pulled it off the table.
I won't. It's just because this wire is all
Right, okay,
tangled,
okay.
so I can't really
I'm going to introduce us
untangle
right
it.
off and just get that crap over with because
Great.
you know we're going to forget because we've forgotten like every single week.
Great.
11th Hour Radio. Woo! Coming to you live from WFVR LP, Royalton Community Radio, every Friday at 11 a.m. with Christina Stikos and Emily Howe. Thank you to our sponsors and underwriters, Tunbridge Grease Collective, Mountain Folk, Howville Farms, and Rivendell Restoration.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I could have made my voice be like a radio person's voice, but I didn't.
That was close. It
wasn't. It was too quick and not enunciated well enough. But I did it, so...
Yeah, I was
snaps
impressed.
For that.
I was definitely impressed.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this thing today where I actually take this moisturizer and rub it on my arm for the entire show not because I'm auditioning for Silence of the Lambs or anything, but because I got my arm caught while I was mowing the lawn on an apple tree, and I ripped my arm, and now I have a horrible like little scabby scar there, and apparently if you keep rubbing and squishing scar tissue, it will break up and go away. So I'm going to try and do it for the entire hour and see if that works.
Okay.
Just a little medical experiment here, people.
Okay. With Cetaphil.
Some
chemical thing.
It's actually mostly avocado oil. This one is, weirdly enough. I don't know, dermatologists recommend it, so it can't be.
It has an avocado colored top.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
snappy. It looks very like medical, but I think it's mostly I'm looking at the ingredients, and it's not too bad.
Okay.
Although I don't know what hydrogenated polybutane is. That doesn't sound good, does it?
It sounds like a lighter
but,
fluid.
Mostly avocado oil and some vitamin T. Acetate doesn't sound good, but that actually is just vitamin E. So
acetate, don't they make like records out of that?
Isn't that acetone?
That sounds like good stuff, Emily.
And benzyl alcohol is probably
fabulous.
Not great. Citric acid, that's okay.
Why don't you just use almond oil?
Alkyl acrylate cross polymer.
Just get oil. Get coconut oil.
You know, coconut oil is not the end all thing. Like that was just a fad. Remember Kendra had this like discussion with us about how like coconut oil was the new miracle drug and it could take the cavities from your teeth and fix your skin and your hair, and if you ate it made you better. Everything. Well, do everything with coconut oil.
It is a fad, but it's also not a fad. It's both. You can be a fad and not a fad. Like once the fad dies down, then it's actually a good thing.
Have you noticed that animals go in fads?
Like which ones?
Like, okay, unicorns are big right now.
With who?
Everybody. Sloths. Sloths are very big right now.
That's true.
Last year,
that is
or
true.
A couple years ago, it was otters were like super the in thing.
Oh, but sloths. Let's go back to sloths because
they're on pop culture everywhere.
Yeah,
like years ago, it was monkeys were on everything.
But I have this YouTube astrologer.
Yeah.
Who lives in Costa Rica, and he walks out in the jungle to do some of his reports.
Slothing.
And he will often go visit a particular sloth, which is his favorite person. I mean, besides his wife, I think he likes the sloth.
Huh.
I mean, you can like both.
Well,
you can have
that's
two
people.
You can love two people.
Does he have knee socks with sloths printed on them? Because, all the hipsters do.
Nah, it's too hot in Costa Rica.
Why do you say Costa? Isn't it Costa?
Whatever.
I mean,
sometimes when you're on the radio, you kind of say stuff different. I mean, you have sometimes you've said words differently because you were on the radio.
That's
and then
true.
you thought, that's so stupid. Why did I say that?
I'm still marveling at our window shade over there. So, remember last week, everybody? The giant bamboo window shade had fallen down and was at a precarious angle dangling from the window back there.
Did it look like that?
Yeah.
So
it looks
it's the
exactly
same.
like that. So literally no one has touched it, but someone took the time to tape newspaper all over the window instead of just simply fixing the shade.
You could say that was sort of industrious.
I'm a little befuddled by the amount of work it probably took to tape all this newspaper up there instead of just
Putting the
simply
shade
hooking
back
the
up.
bamboo shade back to
Yeah.
where it came from.
Well,
But whatevs.
we don't
There was
have,
also rat poop on the stairs on the way in, so
and it smelled like skunk in the stairwell.
yeah, that was
So
very
it's
mysterious.
like there's a lot of stuff going on here.
There sure is.
It's busy. It's a busy place, and we certainly add to the milieu.
milieu.
See, that's one of those words like Costa Rica.
It's like Costa Rica.
How do you say milieu?
I also say milieu,
You don't
but
say
I don't add the milieu like you did a second ago.
I know, but then I went back to the American
know.
pronunciation.
Yeah,
which
that is how I
think
say
it's
it.
more authentic to speak like an American when you are one.
I know.
And speak poorly. I mean,
My dad likes
badly.
to snap his fingers at restaurants and say "garcon,"
Gar-
which I think is both
I
rude
love
and
that.
funny.
I love that.
It's very silly.
That's so
silly.
fun.
He also likes to say "fragile" whenever he sees a package that has "fragile" printed on it.
He's so funny.
But that's from a movie.
Butch.
Anyway,
We haven't had
Whoops!
any-
I stopped rubbing my
We
moisturizing.
haven't had
lotion.
any good Butch stories lately.
I can't think of any. He just
that was okay, but what
he
else?
just moved a whole bunch of stuff for me in his truck.
What, taxidermy?
No,
Dead animal skins?
no, some patio heaters and some stuff like that.
Like folding chairs.
No, like a wooden bar,
What's a wooden bar?
like that you drink, like you stand at
What do
and
you
drink.
What do you need a wooden bar for?
Oh,
For-
just a friend gave it to us, and we were going to put it up in our wedding barn. So my dad went to pick it up with us, and some of those big freestanding tall patio heaters that look like weird tropical alien flowers. You know what I'm talking about?
Right. Yeah.
Those
Those are good to have. How many do you have?
2, but like they were dangling off the back because they're like 8 feet tall. And Dad took the bumpiest dirt roads the whole way home, and I was following him in my car, and I'm like, "Oh my God, the top
Wow.
is gonna fall off this," but it didn't.
I did a gig next to one of those once.
Oh really?
Like it was freezing.
Did it
Like,
really
was
work?
practically
'Cause
snowing.
we haven't tested them yet.
It was at Vermont Castings. I don't know why we were playing at Vermont
They should've
Castings.
just had, like,
down in
stoves
Bethel.
going
Or-
everywhere.
No, it was Randolph. I think it was in Randolph.
I think they do have a did have a plant in Randolph. Do I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was like, I don't know, over 10 years ago, probably.
Wow.
Yeah. What a thing.
Yeah.
I saw so many orange cars this week. Isn't that funny?
Oh, that's a fad too. That's like this year's.
Oh, is
Orange
it?
is the new black.
Really?
No, I mean,
No.
I guess,
That's
but-
a TV show, right?
yeah, that I've never seen, but it is like there's always different fad colors of cars too, along with fad animals.
Yeah, I don't like orange for a car.
It depends what flavor of orange.
Okay.
Like, you know what is awesome? If you look at those old-fashioned, like, Chevys with the big fins from early 50s, and they're painted that, like, tangerine, shiny color.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's really nice.
That's kind of cool.
And there's, like, the two-tone peach and white ones.
Okay. But I'm talking to orange. That's different.
I know what you're talking.
Like, I don't know even what to compare it to. It's just so
Like a burnt
ugly.
orange. Like a...
No, just like orange, not burned. It's not burned.
No, but if you're thinking of, like, a paint color, it would be, like a red-headed, bright... All right. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't think of the right, like, Crayola term.
Yeah.
I didn't make a list today because, again, I'm
I was-
a lazy piece of crap.
Well, we should
Sorry.
have lists like that just on hand, like crayon colors.
Lazy
That
piece
would-
of
it
crap
would sort of-
list. The one
Well,
that
it's
you
just useful to
grab
have
in
crayon
emergency.
colors because there's too
Crayon
many
colors?
There's too many paint colors. Like crayon colors probably only go to 51.
You know
Aren't there
what? I'm really sad about myself because growing up in the big box of Crayola crayons,
Yeah.
you know, the big
They
deluxe
never stay
one.
in the box, do they? They stay in the
No,
box
but
like
I mean
for
the one that
first
had the
week.
pencil sharpener on the end and
Yeah.
everything. The and I never ever noticed this as a kid, and it makes me really disappointed in myself. The flesh tone was like white person flesh. What the heck?
Right.
That's like more than, the majority of the world in which Crayola covers is not that color. So it just seems super crummy to be like, at the
time,
here's flesh that doesn't match pretty much 90% of all the children who's coloring with it. It's flesh.
Well, it's true. It's just like lifesavers.
They don't save anybody?
Yeah.
They don't. They keep you from choking. That's what their point is.
Instead of fireballs. Yeah. Which are dangerous.
And they thought they were super punny because by putting the hole in them, they also look like lifesavers. And they
so funny.
Keep you from choking.
It's not really funny.
Not really. They still hurt when you swallow them. That's no fun.
You shouldn't.
Well, you don't mean to. It's not like you're like, I think I'll swallow this lifesaver now. It's just like when you're sucking on it, it just slips down.
Like
sometimes.
if you're, running around sucking on a lifesaver. So by accident, you might.
Did you ever get told when you were a kid that all the gum that you swallowed would do something to you, like stick to your appendix and make you die?
Somebody told me that pepper does that. Like
pepper?
That pepper is bad for you because it just doesn't go anywhere. It just stays in there.
Why would some things just stay in there instead of
going
out the pooper?
I'll have to ask the person who told me. I remember
I don't think
strange facts like that go against what everybody else
What
thinks.
is it, like magnetic? It just sticks to the sides of your...
Well, I'm going to have to ask Carissa because she's the one that told me.
I have my phone today, so I can Google all of our.
Okay, she told me that like 10 years ago. So
I feel like that can't possibly be true.
I feel like if I wish I could,
we would have known.
I will write down everything like that people told me that stuck in my head. So every time I think of that strange fact and I ponder it, I think of the person. Things attach together like that in pairs,
They do. I know.
I think it's strange how the mind works because there's something about it that sticks. Just like the pepper staying in your intestinal tract and not going anywhere and then eventually causing some kind of a blockage.
Can you digest pepper? Let's see. Pepper is a carminative, which means it can reduce intestinal gas. It can boost the production of digestive enzymes in the pancreas, which will help food break down more efficiently.
Well, maybe that's why it stays in there, because it wants to do its job. And the more that you have it, the more you can digest.
Let me try. How long does it take to digest pepper?
We could eat more because we have more pepper. Like, if you put more pepper on, can you eat more because it breaks down faster?
It says it takes between 6 and 24 hours for over 90% of the substance to be cleared from the body.
Wow.
Someone else says, I heard that black pepper stays in your body for many years. Let's see if that's true. Is this a health hazard? No, it's not true. No complex food that we eat stays inside our body whole and intact. Complex foods don't even get absorbed into our body as whole, intact foods. Instead, they're broken down. Blah, 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 blah.
Yes, there's some things that stay in, like metal.
This is talking about food.
Heavy metals.
Yeah, no. So don't worry about that. Nobody has to worry about that today.
I have a banana joke for you.
Yes, all right.
Okay, I'm so burned out on bananas. I don't know why I'm even bringing this up. I don't know how it happened.
That's all our rabbit will eat. Like, you think rabbits eat like vegetables and carrots and lettuce and things that you'd think a rabbit would love. Our rabbit, you put it in there and it gets all huffy and it's like, hate you, I don't want this. And you bring in a banana and it's just like, and it knocks into that banana like it gets banana foam all over its face while it's eating it so fast. And it's really kind of worrisome because, like, I see videos everywhere online of people feeding their rabbits strawberries and then videoing it because it's really funny because rabbits are messy when they eat and they get it all over their face and it looks like they murdered someone, and I wanted to try that. But our rabbit won't even look at a strawberry. It will just, like, rot in its cage and I have to take it out.
Well, I have a Facebook friend who is a poet. And she has a kid that goes to school like an elementary school kid. And
He's a rabbit?
No, she decided that she was going to write a poem every day on her kid's banana. And so what happened is the teacher caught on. Well, the teacher then would read the poem every day to the class before lunch.
Couldn't she move around between different types of food? Why always banana?
I guess the kid liked bananas.
Okay. All right.
Like I'm saying, I'm like done with bananas for a while.
All right. All right. Continue this story.
Well, I used to put them, every single day I'd put a banana on my oatmeal. I would be so excited about it and I would put it right up.
Bananas and blueberries always.
I know, but one day I woke up and I hated a banana.
Yeah, I don't like them by themselves. And I don't like anything that's banana flavored because it's just disgusting.
But that's one of those fake flavors. It doesn't taste like what it is.
Why do they even do that? Why do they make like banana flavored popsicles, for instance? Those are the ones that just stay in the box forever while you eat all the others, and then they're all sticky and freezer burnt because nobody wants banana. Like, if you have to have a yellow popsicle, make it lemon, for Christ's sake.
Don't swear.
Sorry. Okay, I feel very.
Except I don't feel
very passionate.
Christ is not at swear. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's actually it's a thing.
I could have said cripes.
It's a phenomenon.
I could have said for cripes.
No, that's worse.
Cripes is worse. I use cripes all the time.
I think cripes is a swear. Christ, however, is like a phenomenon of energetic efficiency.
I'm just saying, for whoever's sake, banana is not a flavor that anybody wants.
I'm not arguing in favor.
Okay.
Of the flavor.
Okay, so you are totally disillusioned by bananas now.
Yes, I am. And that's why I looked up banana jokes today to try to kind of cajole myself back into maybe having a more open-minded attitude about bananas.
That's what they use to practice putting condoms on in sex ed. Just saying. If that might change your mind at all.
That doesn't make it better. I think we've gone back a square.
I feel like out in the world, there's better things that they could use to represent a penis than a banana. I mean,
a hot dog.
It screws up.
But that has to be refrigerated. But it has to be refrigerated. I mean, if you were
also like fully flaccid.
I have a friend who's a sex educator. I'll have to ask her.
What's her preferred food?
She's doing trivia.
Food? Listen, God's sake, why don't you just get some fake dicks? Because that would be so much easier.
Now that might be a swear.
I don't think so. It's a name.
Stop.
Okay,
you're trash talking now.
It really scars children on fruit.
You should go to trivia night with my friend who's a sex educator. She just started doing trivia night for adults because she teaches kids during the day.
Right, so she's just a dirty person at night. Is that the train?
Yeah. Saved by the train.
Saved by the train.
I think this is a case in point. Absolutely, people can be saved by the train.
Oh, you know what, though? We might have to shut the fan off to hear the train.
Yeah, could you shut it off? Because let's just shut it off.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see. Let's see if I can get... Quick. I'm trying. Oh, there was feedback from the fan on this.
Oh, wow. There she goes.
It's a noisy little sucker today.
Yeah. It kept thinking it was done, and it wasn't. That's like last week. It kept coming, remember?
Yeah. That really peels your banana.
Okay, let's go right to the joke. I think that's will clean things out. Why don't bananas snore? Because they don't want to wake up the rest of the bunch. Okay, I gotta say
that's like it could be on a banana flavored popsicle stick.
You would be surprised how many pages of banana jokes I went to trying to find like so-called quote good unquote banana jokes. It was hard, but this one was slightly better.
Well,
this one you might like.
All right.
Okay, why did the banana go out with the prune?
I don't know.
Because he couldn't find a date.
But a prune. Isn't a prune a date?
Sorry,
I'm overthinking your
it.
Very amazing jokes. Sorry.
It's okay. It wasn't that good.
Well, bless my banana hammock.
But I just I conclude that there are not very, very good banana jokes.
No,
I think that whole genre needs an upgrade. And I wasn't going to say the one about aren't you glad?
Oh, yeah. I know that one.
Well, everybody knows that, so I wasn't going to say that one. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
Right.
But we've probably said banana.
Wow, we've hit
50
a lot
times.
of fruit already this morning.
Yep. And I had grapes for breakfast, so we didn't even mention that one.
Hey, everyone's talking about these new cotton candy flavored grapes.
No.
Yes, they are.
They're not.
And they're a natural. They're not like even injected with anything, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think they are.
It's just a type of grape that tastes like cotton candy. But I don't love cotton candy, so I don't think I would like them. What happens when you make the cotton candy ones into raisins?
I don't think it's a thing. I mean, I don't think this is a real thing that you're talking about.
Yeah, everyone is talking about it.
No, they're not.
Yeah, people
they are not.
They are.
Stop it.
I'm going to find you some for
Don't
next week.
lie.
Oh, am I going to be not here next week?
No.
I'm here next week.
Yeah,
never mind.
Your vacation's in August.
That's right.
So.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know.
Okay.
Much.
You can think about it.
Are we going to play a song?
Yeah, I'm going to play a song. So you can just sit back, relax, and think all about your vacation. Okay, here it comes. This is called Fiddle Tune Medley. It's a great name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Doug Perkins and Patrick Ross.
That was some fast finger work.
I actually thought there was a comment after that because There's a track where Bo says something, because Bo was in the studio when we recorded that, and he said something.
I have this.
Yeah, that's weird. That's why I let it run, because I was expecting to hear that, but maybe it's a different song.
There's a couple very similar
different medley
tracks on there.
Yeah, there was maybe another medley, but anyway. So that was Doug and Patrick.
Nice.
I have so many interesting topics I know you're going to love.
Oh, good.
Like, I don't even know where to start.
Well, as long as they're as scintillating as bananas, we're going to be just fine.
Well, did you know that that U.S. lawmakers are like demanding that the U.S. Defense Department discloses whether it conducted...
Are you going to talk about the Area 51 thing?
This is actually different, but it's funny. Did you see on my paper?
There's 10 million No, I didn't, but I just saw everywhere on Facebook, which I think I'm gonna if we do vacation, I'm gonna do like a total Facebook break for a couple weeks. But so many Area 51 memes. Like,
right.
Everyone wants to storm Area 51 and find out what they're hiding.
Right. So some people think it's a joke, and some people think it's real.
Some people think it's really, that's how the zombie apocalypse is going to start, which I thought zombie apocalypse was a fad from like last year. So some people are so last year with their fads, thinking Area 51 is full of zombies.
Oh, that it's actually full of zombies is what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying that. People are saying that.
Well, it's on, I did look it up.
I think they're just probably housing all kinds of like nuclear waste there, probably.
Yeah. Have you ever gone out west and like you're kind of driving out in the middle of nowhere and then you see these fences. You never been out west? Sometimes they have these super long fence lines like with razor wire, and then eventually you come to a gate and it says U.S. something or other.
Yeah, it's where they just test all kinds of poisonous
it's just miles and miles of places like that.
I've never done a west road trip, and I would really like to someday, but I never have time for all these things I know. Do.
Well, it's kind of creepy. Those places are kind of creepy.
I still would like to just
Area 51. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool to drive past it. It gives you kind of a chilling feeling in
you have to hold your breath probably for a long time. Like, I would want to.
Yeah. It's on Route 375 in Nevada. It's north of Las Vegas. That's where it is. And it used to be called the loneliest highway in America.
Whoa.
Yeah. But
probably
now it's
a lot of poisonous snakes there, so I don't really care to go there. Evidently,
in 1996, they renamed the highway, or they gave it sort of a new nickname, and the new nickname was the Extraterrestrial Highway.
Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah,
so that's how I feel about aliens.
Well, yeah, but you're so fascinated. You said you were going to spend your whole vacation researching Area 51.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. I heard you say it.
I said I was going to spend my whole vacation not being on Facebook.
Okay, I guess I misinterpreted that a little bit. I thought,
but I'm probably too weak.
Yeah, but you want to get back to the tick information because there is actually a bill that's somebody's trying to pass a bill, and
this is what you're trying to get at.
It's like a Republican from New Jersey. This guy, I think his name is Bill Smith, maybe, and he's trying to.
He thinks that the government introduced ticks. Well, I think I did see this.
Yeah, that's the basic premise of it, but
I wouldn't put it past them. But
they have to. It's an amendment to get the Pentagon to sort of look back. What is this phraseology here? It says was called on to look at
investigate the origins of the tick.
Yeah, what the Pentagon is the Pentagon just gonna like say, oh yeah, we did that? It just seems so strange because
I don't know what they think they're gonna accomplish there.
Well, it's a lot of people think that those ticks started on Plum Island, and I used to be confused because I used to think Plum Island was the place on the North Shore of Boston. You know, that place where you go bike riding.
That is Plum Island.
Yeah, but that's not the Plum Island that the ticks supposedly came from. Oh. There's a Plum Island that's off Long Island. That's
Fire Island.
No, there's lots of islands.
Oh, yeah, I guess there's more.
There's tons of islands. So that's the Plum Island that it's owned by the U.S. military. Or the U.S. government owns the Plum Island in New York.
It seems dumb for U.S. military to name anything Plum Island. Like, name it something military, so we don't get confused, people. What, so they made ticks? They,
as a biological weapon. Yeah, this was like post-Cold War. So it was like from 1950 to 1975, they were doing this research and trying to put, some kind of
as far as conspiracy
pathogen.
theories go, that's probably not terribly
Not too far off. Like that's
look at the ticks. Like they look like little armored vehicles. They're horrible little horrible things.
Yeah, it's certainly sounding less and less like a conspiracy theory.
I saw a picture of some guy who thought he got some dirt in his eye, and it just was not washing.
Don't
he went to the eye doctor, and they did like a zoomed up microscopic. It was a tiny little tick. It embedded right in his eyeball.
Wow, something else for me to think about and ponder.
And all he could see was like a tiny little speck.
Yeah.
Why would they go there? I mean, I guess there's blood there just as well as everywhere else, but...
I know.
Ew, I know. Like, I needed more to be paranoid about.
I know. Well, if you think about it, it said it took the ticks then, if the ticks did originate down in Plum Island, it took them about 30 years to get up to Vermont because they didn't come overnight, right? They came over a long period of time.
Can ticks swim? Have you ever seen one swimming?
Well, I was wondering about that because when I wash my pants, I'm hoping that all those little tiny ticks will drown. Like I hope they drown.
I think they can just like sit there on the surface tension for a long time.
Yeah, actually, after it rains, it seems like there's more. That's my observation. So maybe they don't.
Even like if you can put them in a little rubbing alcohol, they'll still stay alive for like a wicked long time.
I know. I actually do that. I have cups all over my house filled with alcohol that have ticks in them.
We have a little alcohol spray bottle in the bathroom, so I'll spray a little puddle on the side of the sink and put one in it.
I have Airbnb guests tomorrow. I think I better
they're gonna think it's like a shot glass.
I'm just gonna not tell them. I'm gonna. I don't know. It's hopeless. I don't know what to do. I mean, you can't hide the fact that your life is a shambles, really, from guests.
I do all the time. I just put everything upstairs and shut the doors.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks everything's tidy at my house, but it's really not.
Well, just have to...
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I interrupted you now.
No, it's okay.
Times.
I think that was kind of what I wanted to tell you just about Lyme disease and where it came from. Thanks to the U.S. government. There's a book called Bitten, The Secret History of Lyme Disease and Biological Weapons, which people might want to pick up.
But it's like annoying because the animals are getting it too, and that's not fair. Like my dog has Lyme disease, and I think that's really irritating because my dog has been vaccinated against Lyme disease, and he gets the little oral tick and flea preventative medication, and he gets all these, and we've never, he gets brushed.
I know.
This is the one that has short hair too.
Well, I can't
I check him every day. I found one tick on him ever.
Right, yeah.
And yet he tests positive for Lyme disease.
Well, just keep him healthy. It's the best you can do.
I know. It's just such a bummer after you spend all this money and take all this time to prevent it, and it just doesn't do anything.
Yep. Well, blame it on the eclipse. Yeah, it was an eclipse week.
I didn't see the eclipse.
It was an eclipse week.
I heard about it afterward. I just was... I don't know.
Well, some of them you can't. Some of them you can't see. Some of them are in.
Why is there always
the other hemisphere? Because there's always eclipses every year.
Was it always that way?
Eclipsing?
I don't remember there being so many eclipses when I was a kid.
I think so.
Did we just not care as much, or we didn't have the internet to tell us they were coming?
Yeah, we didn't have YouTube astrologers to kind of spread the word. The clarion call of the YouTube astrologers.
Yeah.
You'd have to really seek out an astrologer to get that kind of information.
That's true.
Whereas now, just switch the channel, or YouTube offers it up to you, I'm
a little worried because I didn't pack any cheese to eat today, and I'm a little worried that...
Is that what you're thinking about?
It is kind of what
your mind just went to cheese?
Moon, I was thinking of the moon, and then I was thinking of the moon is made of cheese.
Where are you going? To work?
Yeah, and I usually...
With cheese?
No,
without cheese?
I usually have cheese. Cheese is usually my lunch, but today it was very warm, and I thought to myself, I'm not going to put cheese in my basket and leave it in the car because it'll just be a melty cheese blob when I get back to the car.
Right.
So I'll just eat nectarines instead.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, that was just a really stupid plan.
It was stupid because you probably, knowing John, he's got coolers. He's got small coolers. He's got big coolers. He's got medium-sized coolers.
Yep.
And those coolers...
We have soft-sided coolers. We have hard coolers.
Of course you do. And you could have put your cheese in one of those.
I know. I didn't even think about it.
I've had to because I've been making cheese sandwiches with mayonnaise. Can you imagine me having a sandwich like that? Do I look like the kind of a person who would eat a cheese sandwich with mayonnaise?
Yeah, I've seen you eat cheese sandwiches. for a long time, probably. Okay. Not always with mayonnaise, but I've never seen you shy away from
asking.
mayonnaise.
I just wanted your opinion because sometimes I don't know myself well enough. So I think you give me a chance to reflect. I'm saying, because I have a friend who criticized me this week about my Facebook posts.
What?
Speaking of cheese.
Why? I love your Facebook posts.
Well, he said he was he thought that the way that I referenced my anger and my being hurt about something was really ruining my writing. And
no, I don't think so.
Well, I had this revelation that I had an analogy because I think for me, life has these gnarly issues, right? That they don't go away.
I know they're mixed right in there. So you can find something beautiful, and you can also.
Well, I think
it doesn't go away.
Yeah, they don't really go away. And some people smoke pot so that when the gnarly issues start to kind of rear their ugly head, they might smoke a little pot and just smooth it over. And I think people like you and me who aren't pot smokers, we write. When we feel like that, when we have that little itch of something's bugging me, we write.
It's our drug of choice.
Yes, we're
totally true.
Writing poems and stuff like that.
I have found I think I've said it before, but if my Facebook was actually unprivated to I constantly write out my feelings every minute, but then I leave them just private. So it's that's my journal too.
That's crazy.
But I also put a lot of stuff on Facebook that I just don't feel comfortable putting out there all the time.
That's kind of cool. I mean,
it's there. It's all there on my page, but it's just nobody can see it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's my innermost thoughts.
The after effect of what this person say was just what they said to me was sort of oh well, I'm just never going to write on Facebook again. I quit. I had that kind of a feeling. And then, but I had this great revelation this morning. This analogy came to me of when you try to untangle your hair with a comb, and the comb comes down, it hits the tangle, right?
It just tightens the tangle, actually.
Well, but if you persevere, and you must, you learn how to work the comb to finally get the tangle out. And that's how I feel about writing. You hit up against those gnarly issues and you kind of have to go at it in different ways to resolve it in the piece of writing.
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is that you're going to wake up the next day and your hair is going to be tangled again, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't go away.
No.
You have to keep combing your hair. But I don't like being told to get over it, which was basically what this person said to me. And I was just rude. You know what? It doesn't work that way.
No.
But
nope.
That's my little personal growth Friday story for you.
It's a good one.
Yeah. So should we go to the next song?
Since I guess. What are you playing now?
Okay, let's see. This is called Odd Man Out, and this is Elric Walker.
When the streets are full of violence, when the land is full of lies, when a good man can still walk abroad, but only in disguise, when the truth is like a bad dream that no one ever talks about, you'll find it's easy to get lonely when you're the odd man out. When no one seems to know you, when every face is hard, when there's footsteps in the hallway, hound dogs barking in the yard, when your back is to the wall, you hear the madman shout. You'll be guilty till proven innocent when you're the odd man out. When your heart is bruised and broken, when you cry unceasing tears, when the warnings that you've spoken have fallen on deaf ears, when the ones you've come to love dismiss you with a pout. have to carry your own cross when you're the odd man out. It's hard to find a helping hand in the valley of the damned. Oh, your faith will come and go. And if your love should be waylaid and your confidence betrayed, you'll be the last one to know. When the saints are all in prison, when the devil wears the crown, when there's guards at every exit and there's no way out of town, when all the decks are stacked but the outcome is still in doubt, you can look for the wild card in the hand of the odd man out.
Elric.
That's a neat name.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him someday. I think I said that a long time ago, like 6 years ago. It's like, oh, to meet that guy one day, but I never probably will. I don't think he gets out much.
Why? Is he dead?
No, he lives in Northampton. I don't know if he ever gets out.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I never saw a second record. He should have done a second record. I don't think he has one as far as I can tell, because he's like one of the most talented people I've heard around here. But oh well, sometimes people have other stuff that they do. Like they do other stuff with their music, or they just do other stuff, and it's fine. Like maybe I'll do other stuff.
You do other stuff.
I actually do. Do a lot of stuff.
You know what this moisturizer literally says? That it's non-greasy.
And it's greasy.
It's like, I feel like a greasy greased
well,
pig.
that's because you keep putting it on. If you just
No, I only put one layer here on my legs, and they are like little slime. Mm-hmm. It's helping to restore my skin's natural protective barrier. Well, my natural protective barrier doesn't usually feel like a slippery little... This is weird.
I think it's going to be okay.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It's keeping me moisturized and hydrated today.
Yeah.
I don't use products like ever, so I guess this is...
Products.
Women like to do this thing on Instagram where they hashtag what's in my bag. Like they dump their purse out on the table and take a picture of it. I'm sure they doctor up what's in their purse before they dump it out, obviously, because it's not going to be like receipts with chewed up wads of gum in it and, tampons and stuff, like, or whatever, that if I dump my purse, I wouldn't want to take a picture of it, basically. But people also like to do, another Instagram fad ladies like to do, is my daily beauty routine, where they like lay out all the stuff that they put on their faces.
Ugh.
And I'm like,
really? Put all that stuff on
or
there?
like what their beauty regime or whatever.
That's it. It's a regime.
It's like dictator regime.
Like,
anyway,
we need regime change.
But it's like crazy. I'm like, what's toner? What's all this stuff that people are using? It's like, here's the special wash. Here's the exfoliating scrub. Here's the toner. Then you moisturize. And then you got to put on all this other base layer foundation stuff, and then there's the little dab under your eyes and all these other things, and then there's like skin tightening creams that you put in all the funky places.
What those people look like when they're 70 is kind of sad because they've been putting all this product on their face for decades. It's just a cautionary tale, ladies, friends, contemporaries, countrymen.
Mine is like, here's some soap, like whatever soap happens to be there. Sometimes I'll do the right thing.
I use a lot of I use soap.
I have to just because I am a naturally a little grease ball, so I have to use the soap.
Yeah,
and that's it basically.
Yeah. So
occasionally a crusty container of mascara and maybe some like chapstick.
I use aloe gel.
That smells super nice. We got some for sunburns a while ago.
It's the best for sunburn. It's just gel. It's like nothing else. It's just this.
Blown away by the delicious smell of it.
Wonderful.
I thought it was going to be gross.
And you can just keep putting it on and on and on as much as you want.
It stays very watery on. Well, you're rubbing it in.
Yeah, and then it dries up. Yeah. It does dry up.
But it doesn't have this like weird oily, greasy thing like this avocado business is doing to me right now.
We'll talk about marketing. I got this great marketing email this morning from a marketing consultant who's like into like teaching people how to create extensive email lists to market their music, right?
That would be handy, huh?
So, I think she's good at it, but the email just, you'll see why it rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, "Hi, Christina." She doesn't know me, but everybody gets a personalized email. So it's, "Hi, Christina. I'm writing from Greece 4 days into this dreamy composer residency."
Oh, shut up. I hate her already.
Then it says, click to watch this shorty
dreamy.
No, listen to this. Click to watch this short video that I made for you in my piano studio.
Did she say short?
Let me finish the sentence.
I'm sorry. I can't get past that.
You got to get like the whole effect of the whole sentence. Okay, so it says, "Click to watch the short video I made for you in my piano studio in Crete."
I need to go throw up in my shoe now. I
know. I'm telling you. It didn't lift my spirits. Speaking of which, I'll probably write a Facebook post about it tonight.
Yeah, do.
Yeah. My hatred and my anger and my angst and my like unresolved issues about relationships. And then
Trustafarian little brats writing things to people like that.
She gives the impression.
What a nasty little.
She gives the impression that it's because of her successful email campaigns that she is, able to do these things and live this way, and have like all the fruit she's
also clearly 22 years old. Shorty short video.
Shorty short. Is that who says that? Shorty short. Do you say that?
People who are 22.
Really?
Yeah, cutesy pie.
It's a thing. Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I wouldn't say shorty short.
It's aggravating. It's super
I would say short. Like you could just say short. You don't have to say shorty short or my very short.
I don't add Y's to things that often, except for thingy. I always do write thingy.
Thingy.
Yeah.
Well, I like thingy.
But otherwise I don't add Y's like to things like that. Shorty.
This thingy. Yeah, why do we say that? I kind of like it, but what is it? What makes it different from a thing? A thingy. This thingy.
A thing is more defined. Like a thing. If you're like, what is that thing? It's like, I don't know. Thingy is more diminutive and.
It really implies you don't know what the heck it is.
It adds some extra.
And it's not.
Don't know what this is to a thing.
Yeah, it's a doodad.
Yeah.
Or a hoo-ha.
But it's not as important as a thing. A thingy has less importance than a thing.
So it is like a hoo-ha.
My hoo-ha is important to me. I don't know about you, but
well, different definitions, I guess.
True. Yeah.
Doodad would be better, probably in this.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever. Okay. God, this is just really greasy.
Okay.
I'm leaving like a grease layer on the microphone, so I apologize to whatever DJ. It's just avocado oil, nothing more sinister.
You need a spelling challenge, obviously. Ready?
I don't have a pen or paper because Thanks. She just threw it at me.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Flagellation. It's going to be confusing with the G's and the L's. Let's see how you do.
Whoops, why did I put that either?
I should bring a timer, like one of those little sand timers, and turn it upside down so you can only have like a minute.
Now, it's not like flatulence.
Or maybe 30 seconds would be better for you. Because you probably do well under pressure.
Are there two G's or only one?
That would be telling you how to spell the word.
That means there's two. That means there's two.
No, there's one. There's one.
Oh. I don't know. I'm going like Flagellation, but I know that's not right. There's two L's. No.
God, you're just like Eli. Because you're going to say, oh, yeah, I spelled it that way the first time.
No, I just added the extra L right now. And you haven't told me yet if there is one. I just looked at it as I spelled it out loud.
Yeah, I was poised.
Flagellation.
That's good. And what is flagellation? It is the act or practice of flagellating
oneself.
And do you know that there is such a word as flagellant?
Yes, not to be confused with flatulent.
What is a flagellant?
Like a self-destructive beating of one's, or anybody else, I suppose. Like
that's good.
I'm really bad at defining words, even when I know what they mean. Like in my head, words often invoke more of a feeling than like a descriptive shit. I don't know.
You do good. You do it right. You might come at it in a roundabout way. But a flagellant is a person who scourges themselves. That's another funny spelling word. Scourge himself or herself as a public penance. Or, now that implies you're doing it to yourself. But the second definition implies that you could be on either side of this experience.
You could.
In the sexual sense of being beaten.
That's sort of
or
bondagey.
Yeah. But unfortunately, that poor word gets used in all kinds of situations, you know. But did you know that dog surfing is a thing?
No, but my kids are always showing me dog skateboarding videos. So, I mean,
so it's not a big surprise.
Not a big stretch for dogs to, you know, they probably like to be in the water more than they do on hot pavement. So I would think a dog would enjoy surfing more than skateboarding.
Except skateboarding, you'd be probably doing it with kids, like your kids, your pack, being part of the pack, like everybody.
It's often bulldogs skateboarding.
They sit nicely on a skateboard.
Maybe because they have a very low center of gravity, maybe.
Right.
I mean, you couldn't see like a Great Dane or a long leggy thing being up on a skateboard. That would just be silly.
Yeah.
But I always feel really bad for dogs at the ocean because on one hand, they look like they're having so much fun, but then they go and try and take a drink, and it's just not. It's not drinkable.
That's so amazing you said that, because I saw so many dogs on Facebook today at the ocean. I saw so many dogs.
Like, I hope people are bringing them fresh water to drink. Because
I saw dogs in Scotland on the ocean.
Ooh.
Dogs that go to work every day, like dogs that herd sheep.
On the ocean?
Yeah, they're on an island. It's so amazing. And the dogs were like playing in the surf. And I did have that thought, like they can't just lick the water.
Although I just saw that a couple dogs in Vermont died from drinking from a pond that has that blue-green algae in it. Because it's poisonous. The cyanobacteria or whatever levels are so high this year that I think they have like 15 ponds have warnings on them that you shouldn't be in them, and definitely don't let pets drink from them. I can't remember where they are.
There was a warning.
Lake Champlain ones.
There was a warning in the paper not to swim in a fishing area.
How do you know if it's a fishing area?
It says this is a fishing area.
Oh,
that's how.
All right.
So I think it's kind of goes without saying, right? I don't know.
Like if you have your way, you probably don't want to swim in a fishing area anyway, because you can totally step on fish hooks like all over the place. They're always getting hooked on rocks, and I have found more fish hooks in the river than you can shake a stick at. Anyway.
Wow. Did you know that? I mean, I learned so many things. I learned so many things in the paper this week. The local paper. cool stuff like stuff from the Farmer's Almanac. Like there's
Almanac is the boss.
Yeah, there's names for every single moon, like every month, not just the harvest moon.
There's a strawberry moon. There's a beaver moon.
Do you know what the August one is? It's really weird.
Oh,
do you?
Is that the beaver? No.
Let's see. Beaver is November.
Strawberry is June. I can't think. I did know all these once because John's obsessed with these names too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's the sturgeon moon.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a fish?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I don't fish, so I don't know what a sturgeon is. It's kind of a weird word.
It's big. It's a big fish.
Yeah. I saw some pikes
what
that
do
I
they,
liked.
like, spawn during that time or something?
I don't know. I mean, that would be very much a certain location where sturgeons spawn.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
You can't spawn
much. Are these, like,
much.
worldwide names for the moon? Because, like, strawberries don't grow everywhere in June.
Well, no.
Or are these, like, New England
Yeah, because the Farmer's Almanac is
but
kind of...
we have the same moon. It's just not called the strawberry moon in other places.
Well, you wouldn't call the wolf moon if you were in a place that didn't have wolves, right?
Well, we don't have wolves.
Yeah, but the Farmer's Almanac is old. So there probably were...
Well, it gets updated every year. They should be like wolf hybrid moon.
Sometimes you act stupid.
I know. It's not an act.
Okay. We're just almost at the end of the show, which is weird because I was going to tell you
we
about...
have so much more time.
I just going to tell you about all these cool new gardening jobs that I got, but I guess I can't.
Oh. Well, you don't have to throw your pen about it.
That's all right. I'll tell you. Anybody who wants to know, just get in touch with me. Sure. So you've been listening to 11th Hour Radio, and go to our podcast. If you can't catch us live, you can catch our podcast, and it's out there at all the podcast places like Apple Podcast.
Our website, 11thhourradio.com.
Yep, I have to work hard all weekend to make the podcast, whereas Emily just goes on vacation and sits in a lounge chair.
I'm not going on vacation yet. I don't think, sat in a lounge chair.
No, I know. You never sit down. You're always working.
I'm sitting down right now.
You work
I'm
too
covering
hard.
myself with moisturizer. That's as pampery as I could get.
Okay, well... All right, we're going to go out on a song by Pete Sutherland.
Oh, nice. And we'll see you guys next Friday at 11.
All right, I won't say what it's called. It'll just say...
Oh, sorry. I interrupted you. I thought you didn't know what it was called. I thought your pause meant you were done talking.
No, it says in the song what it is, so we'll just have the song happen then.
Okay, all right.
Okay, have a great week.
Bye, you guys. Stay cool.
When my grandmother worked at the mill, there was no view of the river framed by hanging ferns, no fine imported coffee brewed in gleaming urns, no salad bar at which to eat her fill. And when my grandmother worked at the mill, why, it was 12 cents a day and a hunk of bread. It was a whistle and a whine that never left her head, and a dust that never settled, and I guess it never will. For though the mills become the mall, where figures 10 tall move like sleepers through their brightly colored dreams, it's like the wheels still turn, like the coal fires still burn, and the sweat of children oils the old machines. It's like you still can hear that old mill whistle scream. was no view of the river framed by hanging ferns. No fine imported coffee brewed in gleaming urns. No salad bar at which to eat her fill. And with her day's work done at the mill, she would walk the bridge above that river's rushing stream. And as deep as any woman ever dared to dream, she would dream of something better. I dream of something better still.